What's up, people of YouTube? This one here bringing you guys another video to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 2 from 2022, of course, the newly released title that just came out a few days ago. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the best assault rifles in the game. Now, I took some time this morning and I went back and I played with pretty much every assault rifle in the game. I kind of customized it the way that I wanted to. I have them all max level. I tried to find the best attachment setup, the one that worked the best for me. And then I went into a game, sometimes two, played with everyone to kind of figure out what the best feeling assault rifle was. And I kind of narrowed it down to 3 different ARs that not only felt good to me, but I also felt like they could be used in different ways. Each one of these weapons I feel like has a unique ability to be used under different circumstances. And so I figured I would make a video giving you guys the top 3 assault rifles in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And let's go ahead and jump right into it. So for the first one here, we have the ChaosxSilencer, and I do want to say before I kind of give a full breakdown of all of these weapons that this is definitely based off of my opinion, what I felt like was feeling the best. Now, you could go and customize these differently. You could go and put different attachments on this that kind of fit better for you, or maybe based off of weapon tuning, which I couldn't really mess with because there's a bug right now, and you might find something that fits better for you. But the first gun that I have on my list here is the ChaosxSilencer, and the reason why I have this on here is because this fits a little bit of a heavier play style. This gun, I found that you couldn't be overly aggressive with it. You couldn't run around with this thing like it was an SMG, but it packs a punch. It will put people down very fast when you hit your shots. I found that this gun works best when you're holding power positions, when you are kind of moving around the map a little bit more methodical and not as run and gunning in your face. Even though I do like to play that way, this gun felt very satisfying when you were getting kills with it. It's snappy, it's responsive, it's powerful, it felt consistent, and that's mainly why I chose this to be one of the first guns that I put on this list. I also want to address the fact that there are a lot of guns in this game. There's a lot of assault rifles in this game, and none of the other assault rifles that I used were bad besides the M16. The M16 is, it's really, really bad. I have that leveled up all the way, but I have not actually completed the camo challenges yet to get it gold because it's rough. It's a rough gun to use, but all the other ARs in the game are doable. Honestly, if I had room for another one on here, if I would have done 4, I probably would have had the M4 in here. The M4 is a very solid weapon because I know there's going to be a lot of people who watch this video that might really, really like the M4 and they think it's better than everything else, when in reality, the M4 is kind of a jack of all trades. It is good enough in almost every scenario you could be in, but it does not really excel at one thing or the other, which is the whole purpose of the M4. So keep that in mind. I'm not saying the other guns in this game, the other ARs in this game are bad besides the M16. I'm just saying that these 3 I felt like fit the best for me and performed the best and the most consistent overall. Now, on the ChaosxSilencer, the attachments that I chose to use was the DF105 Reflex Sight, the FTAC Elite Stock, the Indivandi ST70 Grip, the FSS Sharkfin 90 Underbarrel, and then the IGK30 406mm barrel. Those were the best attachments that I found for this weapon. Again, it really helps this gun pack a punch. The barrel in specific really helped with the weight of the weapon. It made it more chunky, I guess. It helped hold that recoil, make it a little bit more manageable. Not that it's horrible to begin with, but it really drives home the fact that this is a weapon you want to post up with. This is a weapon you want to pre-aim corners with. You want to be prepared at all times. These attachments gave me the best opportunity to use that weapon in that manner. And it was also the best way that I found to use this gun. Next up here, we have another one of the AK platform, the Kastov-74U, which traditionally in Call of Duty has been an SMG, it being the AK-74U, but in this game it is listed as an AR. That being said, it does perform very much like an SMG, and the way that I can kind of maybe get some people to understand, if you played Black Ops 3, if you played, I believe, Black Ops 4, it was in there, or even Black Ops 2, throwing it way back, if you played any of those games, this gun performs very, very similar to like the Peacekeeper. It's almost an SMG assault rifle hybrid. This weapon I specifically put on this list because you can run and gun with this and use this just like it is an SMG while also being an assault rifle at the same time. I found myself in a fair amount of situations where I was able to use this in kind of a long range situation, but most of the time it was really good kind of up close to medium distance. It felt very, again, the best way I can put it is consistent. The gun was very hefty and it put people down quickly, but at the same time I could tell that if I kind of strayed too far away, that you weren't going to be able to get a lot of kills with this weapon. Now that is the main reason why I chose to put this on here, because it is another playstyle that you can use this weapon with and be very effective, and that is your rushing, run and gun, get in people's faces. The hip fire on this is really good. The kit that I have here, the attachments I have on here worked best for me. And so I would recommend using this weapon with these attachments in order to see the most success, especially if you're somebody who loves to run and gun and get into players' faces and just kind of rush the action all the time. Out of the assault rifle category, I feel that this weapon works the best for that playstyle. Now, as far as attachments go, I have the Cronin mini red dot sight on here. I have the Avandi, I don't know how to pronounce that, ST70 grip. Then we have the BR209 barrel, the Schlager Tango underbarrel, and then the Echolus 80 muzzle attachment. Those attachments right there, again, I found to be the best. Unfortunately, with a lot of the attachments in this game, it really hurts your speed and your ADS by adding attachments to it. And while that does make a lot of sense from the standpoint of like your gun is heavier, from the arcadey Call of Duty feel, it does kind of make things difficult. So when I was building this weapon, I was trying to find the best attachments that I could use that would not negate the effectiveness of it being a run and gun weapon, while also giving it enough benefits to make it worthwhile to have those attachments on there. So this is the best attachment range that I found for this weapon. Go ahead and try it out. Let me know down in the comment sections if this worked well for you. Last but definitely not least, I think that this might actually be my favorite assault rifle in the entire game. We have the STB 556, or in other words, the assault rifle version of the AUG. Now, this gun honestly performs like you would expect an assault rifle to perform. It is good at that medium range distance. It's not super great up close. It's not super great at long distance. It works perfectly as an assault rifle. But what I liked about this gun is, I don't know if it was the recoil pattern, I don't know if it was the visual recoil, I don't know what it was, but it was putting people down quick. It was very manageable to use, and it just felt so much better than a lot of the other assault rifles when doing assault rifle things. When I was using it like an assault rifle is supposed to be used, it seemed to outclass every other assault rifle in my experience. So that is kind of, this is the end all be all assault rifle for me at the moment. I'm sure there's going to be patches, there's going to be changes. I'm not saying this is overpowered, but I know that there's some of the assault rifles that aren't great, and there's going to be some that kind of rise above the others. I'm expecting that to happen. Now, the attachments that I used on this gun to kind of make it do exactly what I wanted it to do is the DF105 reflex sight, the STIP 40 grip, the FSS Sharkfin 90 underbarrel, the FTAC Castle Comp muzzle, and then the 18-inch Brune Gorilla barrel. Those attachments right there worked the best in my opinion. I had the most fun with those attachments, and again, it really let me do what I wanted an assault rifle to do. It still packs a punch, it puts people down quick, it's just you have to know the distance in which to engage. I don't want to run up into people's faces with this, although it wasn't horrible at that. I also don't want to take people out at super long distances, although I was able to beam people with it from a distance. But in that medium range area where you had people, you know, from one building to another or down a long hallway, something like that, I felt like nothing else could really compete with it. Even standard M4s, I felt like I wasn't getting gunned down as easily as I was with other weapons. Say the 74U, if I was at a medium range distance, sometimes I wouldn't win those gunfights because that gun just performs better up close. This one is definitely meant to be used at a more medium to even slightly longer distance. It just worked the best there. Now, do you guys have any other assault rifles that you really like? Any classes that you've been using? Drop them down in the comment section. I'd love to know what y'all like, because if I try it out and I like it, then I might use use it for a video or something like that. If you guys do enjoy these guns, if these guns also work really well for you, please let me know down in the comment section below. That is all that I have for this video. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe for more content. I'm going to try my hardest to bring as much content to this channel moving forward. I have a little bit of a situation in my personal life right now that might affect how much content I can put out, but I'm definitely going to try my best. Again, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, and deuces.